Has hey Brady, has this stand-up stuff helped you any?
Oh yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. I always feel like I'm just walking
So
around.
warm up, stretch out your hips. We're trying to work on a little bit more stand-up because ADCC in February. Some people are going to do it, some people aren't. But because we're also doing no-gi, and because a lot of people really suck at takedowns, and it's not that we suck at takedowns, it's just takedowns are difficult, and it's something you already know, you've been training for long enough to know. But I always tell people that, and he's heard this, wrestlers take shots over and over again to maybe get 10% of those shots. And just chain them. So I'm not getting that single leg, I might get the double, I might get the duck under, right? So I'm trying to teach the newer grapplers to understand what we need to take a shot, to take a takedown, but really it's more to defend it. So to know the juxtaposition of, okay, I want to be really good at takedowns, but you're going to probably suck at it. So going over, doing it over and over again. And when I went with them, I know you've got tight hips. Like I assume you have tight hips like I do from running. So what I try to do are those hip walks, which I used to show you guys. You don't have to, but in your spare time, because all this is tight for me, for you, just running and rucking. So this just was hard, just sitting an ass, going down and this, getting up, switching, coming back down. Like this is already tight in my knee, but I just kind of move. In your spare time, if you can do that or sit and watch TV like this, it helps. But I also went with some of the newer people this week, only because it helps. I didn't think about this, but before your time, back in the 70s, we used to do these stupid exercises in school. Make us do this. It was like a weird, but I don't know if you guys had to do this. But anyways, I'm struggling, but what I'm really doing is I'm trying to concentrate on rotating my hips, almost like snowboarding, and I don't know if you snowboard. But as you rotate your shoulders, your hips are going to open up. The thing I'm learning in snowboarding is I need to open up my knee, right? But with this, I want you guys to think about on the ball of foot, switching your knees and your hips as you open up, drop that back knee. And what that's going to simulate is wrestlers start with the right leg, grapplers tend to start with their left leg. It doesn't matter. It's a defensive thing. Whereas if I am within an arm's reach of you and I have this hand out and this leg forward, you snatch or you push this up, now you're exposed this leg. So I was defending what I have been doing. You might see me do it, I may do it to some of you. The leg that's out, I have my hand here and I'll use this rear shoulder or the back leg to post. So that way if they push this, I'm still blocking. It's a little thing, a subtlety that I picked up, but whenever I switch foot, because I'll switch stance sometimes, I try to make this a habit, and I'm trying not to bend over. I'm trying to be low. So that's just a little something. It feels weird.
No, I do that. Because that's how I always was right here. Mm-hmm. Or
you might not break it down, but you're chuckling because you're like, oh, I already do that.
Yeah, that's how I always do.
I already do that, but it makes sense. So if you watch this, and this is, you probably do a lot of these already, but I'm just breaking it down so that you understand. So if I'm here and I'm trying to defend and he throws my hand in any direction, my leg's exposed. That's when we do that snatch that we've been doing. But now, if I'm here, if he addresses this, it gives me time to, so I'm using my hands, then I'm going to use, we're going to go head to head. I'm using my head, and then if I start coming in, he's posting on my hip to push my hips away. And he's keeping his hips away. So hands, head, hands, hips. Doesn't matter what order, but if you think of it. If we're in the clinch and we're hips in close, and I feel like he's starting to get something on me, I'm going to drop my hips. You notice as soon as I drop my hips, he pulled away. It's that little play there. So a lot of this stuff is, it'll come naturally, but you're going to feel goofy doing it. So what I was going to practice doing something, you might appreciate this, and I want to be able to roll some. Let's go head to head again. And what we're going to do is just do a hand fight. So we're going to put hands here, and you're just going to try to grab wrist control. And when he grabs a wrist control, instead of fighting, what I want to use is, my focus isn't right now to put pressure on his head, it's just staying connected. And I want to practice, as I snatch over here, pulling this away from the thumb, and re-grabbing, and then he's gonna grab my wrist, and then we're just trying to hand fight. Block, boom. So we're playing this little hand grab. So, because we're both shorter than you, it's gonna feel weird. But when you get someone that's gonna go head to head with you, this hand fight is gonna be, like you can do here, you can meet me here. So if I grab your hand, what I want you to do is reach to my wrist. So I gotta address this. And then now as I get this, you can turn this out and then grab my 2-on-1, or you can grab this one. And then I'm gonna grab this. So, and then we're just playing with this. And then we'll start playing with arm drags. See, 2-on-1, stuff like that. Does that make sense? So another thing is avoid doing this. We're locking and then walking straight forward and back, straight forward and back. At this time, we're not going to do it, but we're just going to stay connected. Try to sidestep, sidestep, sidestep. Brendan brought up this good thing that he does. Let me see. I always do this by habit. He goes in here and he uses this to pull. So go ahead and get that collar. Yeah. Which I know he does it, and I forget that he does it until he did it yesterday. I was like, fuck, that's what he does. So if you can get inside with that collar tie, what we were working on is with you, is if you can frame while you're also gripping. So you're on the inside and you're framing, but you're overhooking, no thumb. Let's get that over here. See, now you've got that little wrist curl.
Yeah.
And put your thumb back in and see the difference.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is, but it just gives you better hook, like a candy cane.
Yeah.
And the frame. So if I start pushing in, you've got the frame. If I start pulling out, you can do this. If you backstep pivot, like in basketball, pivot on that. Yeah. So all you do is just pivot. So from here, you're gonna pivot and pull with this. I have to follow you if I want to stay engaged.
Yeah.
Right? So you got this collar tie. What I want you to do is also frame with this on my collar. Trying to keep this so that it works. All right. So same thing, collar tie, and then this frame is a little bit. So you see, if you push with this one, or if I push in, and then if I pull back, you're controlling with the pulling and pushing.
2 points.
Yeah. So I'm going to do the same thing with this. I don't have a good position, and if I pivot, boom, trying to get you to pivot with me. But you're not going to. You're going to do whatever you want. Right? I'm trying to avoid this. Forward and back. If you pull me, I'm going to start to step to leave position. So let's start. Let's do head to head. We're just working on hand fighting. We're just going to break the wrist. We're not breaking it. We're trying to grab the wrist. Once you grab this one, you're trying to release this one. Grab the other one and just stay the same. Just having fun with it, getting a little hand fighting. Let's try to sidestep and stay connected. Now, keep playing nice and gentle, 50%. It's more technique than anything. See if it works. Cool. Sidestep, sidestep. Doesn't have to be a constant sidestep. Try not to step forward. So you're feeling that. For now, what he already started moving to is the arm drag. And I saw you grab my wrist. I think I saw you grab here. So this is what I encourage people to be cognizant of. Think of shooting ducks or sheep. This is what you want. Aim for my armpit. Because the moment I start seeing that hand coming in, I'm thinking. Okay. So slowly go up, and you're almost kind of using your hand to go into the armpit. I'm exaggerating that, but you'll see why. If you start pulling away, I say, go ahead and pull, I'm connected. But if I go here and you pull, I'm almost at the wrist of vision. So if you hit me with a punch and I get your elbow, I kind of lost my point. But now I can do this without thinking about it. And what Josh was able to do is he connected to the meat right here. He got a good tricep, but he wasn't necessarily aiming for the elbow. So whatever hand you get, so next time, again, think of it, that hook, extend it out, even more. Go further than you think you need.
Yeah.
Does that make sense? You got that push pull if you need it. Do you ever do 2-on-1s?
Yeah, on some of them I do, because when we're tied up, I'm thinking, I would just go to, instead of like, when you do a collar where you pull down, I'll be here, you know, I pull them down.
I showed that one a few weeks ago. I don't know if you were here, but no, that was at work, sorry. But yeah, I do show that one because I'm a shorter. If I go against that, with you, and I know Matt had suggested that because he's taller, he use his weight to hold the stance. So if you do that collar tie, what Matt was showing you, yeah. So you're using your position, and let me have a control. What I want you to think of is lift. Yeah, I was gonna say lift your torso, but lower your hips. There you go. So you kind of got your hips in a little bit more, but now you're not bent over. So now you're using your legs. Yeah. Okay. And if I push or pull, you're just gonna start circling. If I drive into you, side step, side step. Yeah, cool. But then when you get a chance, you can do that. If you walk up and get that collar tie, instead of pulling down, because you're trying to like work this back, because using the lat. So
You're just using your chest, your upper body as weight to.
I was going to show you to see, do a double collar tie if you're not going to snap me. That is tearing away. So look at where I'm straining with my lower back.
Yeah.
I'm trying to keep my hips away. He's definitely strong. He can do a snap down from there back. But he's not using so much of his lats as his weight. So I'm trying to think of, there's a clinch, there's a plumber's clinch they call it, and it's a Muay Thai clinch. Like this, the biggest thing is to avoid doing something like this so you don't have so much. You'll feel your knuckles sit kind of in the palm of your hand, and you know this is over here. And you're bringing your elbows in. So he's gonna feel that I'm not trying to choke him, but I've got the nook of the neck and the head and the crown of the head kind of in this little fatty portion of the hand. So I'll have you feel it. So I'm trying to move around. So control. Palm of your hand into your knuckles, like that. And then I just want you to feel where the nape of my neck is going to meet. Get that grip. So this one's going to be gripping over your hand, and now you're kind of bringing your elbows so much, kind of connecting here. Yep. Powerful. So you can stay connected. When you do that, and I push into you, you can use your forearms to guide me. All right.
Yeah, what I like to do on that collar tie, when he's barreling into me, is I can push down and push to the back. Or if he starts pulling away, go for that double leg. With wrestling, it's just like jiu-jitsu for me. Is if you're vertical, you're just gonna get knocked. You don't have control of it. So if I'm hearing that person starts coming up, then that leg's totally exposed for me, and they're unstable.
Yeah.
And that goes to that drill that we did when you were in turtle, walk around the chest. Yeah, we did the other day. Yeah. Well, we didn't do it really hard for the cardio. We did it more for them to get exposed to it. Yeah. You have enough grappling experience. This is really new for you, but just not reinforcing. So, arm drag. If you're doing this little hand fighting position, within it, and you find that you get one here, and you're able to break this, my outside arm is going to be more of a 2-on-1. So I'm grabbing the back of the tricep, and I'm trying to pull it that way. But if he has this hand, and I can't get out for some reason, I can use his connection to grab. He's not going to like it, but I can start playing with that little hand fight. So we can start working from that. What we were doing, try to get to the elbow. Does that make sense? So we'll go back to that. And I don't want you guys to really hurt yourselves with that. I just want that connection to it. You're focusing on the hand fight. Cool. Come on. I just want you, and I just want you guys to get used to that hand fight. Because what happens sometimes in that hand fight, we might be in a hand fight, he might feel the shot, he might stand me up to the point like stuff or thing, or he stand up, he feels like he's got his single leg snatch. I showed you the shots, but not to take the shots, but to see that as well. So if he does that single leg and we're hand fighting here, it's not. This is where he wants to be. Head connected, spine is straight. He's got my foot between his thighs, and he's got my knee connected to his chest. I'm postured up. Again, we're here. I'm hand fighting. As soon as he sees that leg, I mean, yes, I'm going, go for it. But I want you guys to see, when you see that knee, like, got it. That makes sense? What else could you do for me?
The arm drag, what I find the most interesting, everybody loves the hand motions, and it's very important. Hand motions are very important. But honestly, I'm much less concerned about the hand motion than what leg I step with. If I step outside leg first, even if I get all of the hand motions correct, he turns into me, and I've got nothing. Alternatively, even if I don't get a great grip here, if I can get to here, when he turns into me, he pulls me around, and I get the barbell.
That's a good point. We did arm drags. I don't know if you were here for that arm drag when we did that. Let's put your hand on my foot. What I was teaching was wax off, you're redirecting, you're not controlling, you're redirecting it to this hip. I'm trying to wax off, redirect across. That gives me this point of contact here. And what I'm using here is, I'm not pulling him into me as much as I'm connecting, and I'm shuffle stepping. I am leading with this, but I'm trailing with this to pass his foot. It's exactly what Brendan's pointing out, which is a very good point I didn't think about. When I see people, don't step with that one, step with the back, that trail leg. But I'm kind of using it simultaneously, or it's like, I really am lunging or stepping with this. But I don't want to just do this, where I'm kind of using his weight when he pulls back, pull me forward.
You've also got
I also got little legs, right? But what I'm saying is, if you can do that, if you can do that with a step, like he's saying, so go ahead and do that arm drag. Someone here, wax off, the arm drag across the body, and then think of. I mean, I guess what Brendan's saying is, if you take a big enough step, you don't have to shuffle step.
Yeah.
But anyways, yeah.
I would be careful going too far.
Generally, when I'm hitting this, I want to be side to side.
I kind of think of going either to the ankle or just past his ankle. So my ankle's past there.
I want to be about even, but.
Yeah.
And that's exactly what.
You feel it's like yank you?
Yeah.
I was sitting around with Big Steve, and I just kept doing it. I was like, oh man, this is actually like really helpful. Like shutting down grips and stuff. So just because the AD with the pinky is just wax on. Other stuff shut down.
Well, I find that when I'm in a hand fight like this, I don't always get the wax out because he might be reaching for this or he might have it. So if I can go down, great. I got the hand here. Like he's saying, he likes it here. I like it here too. But sometimes if I can do all this just for practice, I throw that into, like, he throws a punch, a straight punch. Not a haymaker, he just throws a punch. I'm still thinking, at least I'm thinking, I'm going to eat that shot, but I'm trying to redirect it. In law enforcement, they'll teach, oh no, this guy comes in, he throws a haymaker, and he's throwing a frame protection. You know, people might know how to throw a punch nowadays. Right? So I'm just saying, hey, you're going to eat that shot, try to pummel. Pummel inside, pummel outside, go for that arm. So, yeah. Palm strikes, Boss Wooten. You guys ever seen? Okay, so that's just a little hand fighting to do. So we can go back to, we'll start rolling. I don't know if you want to do another drill with that. I just wanted to expose them a little hand fighting.
if you get the opportunity, if you have somebody in your life that doesn't mind spending 5 minutes a day just screwing around with you and just walking around,
And just not a super lot of resistance, but just getting to this. And we're just playing that, getting the motion of wrist, elbow, step, and then turn. Wrist, elbow, step, hitting both sides. And then yes. So, other side. 6, 7, 7. There. I'm working on the Russian concept, or the Russian side. But.
Oh, because you're strong and young. I'm gonna show you a Russian Thai takedown.
Just get that motion of, I reach out and grab it. Because when you've got the adrenaline of, I can back, you're not gonna go, you're gonna go, I gotta stop you,
So I just wanted to touch on this for next week, but the arm drag, right? If I don't get it, sometimes I might switch to a 2-on-1. So I'm grabbing this, and then I'll either grab the elbow or I'll come back down to here. But there's a lot of throws from here that I'm afraid to do to hurt his shoulder or his elbow. But there's one that Lee did a couple weeks ago. He just came in and hugged me, and then he just tucked under. He tucked this in, because what happens sometimes when we tuck this back here, it'll really tweak the shoulder and the elbow. And this person, if they flop, they're going to hit their face. So I'm going to roll over my shoulder. You're going to roll over your shoulder, and I'm just basically going to take you down. So I'm going to go real nice and slow. It sounds like it's going to be violent until you see it. You're like, God, that feels so gentle. So I'm not going to tell you how to get to the Russian 2-on-1, but I failed at my arm drag. I'm here, and we're fighting. I'm trying to tuck this into him, and I got my head position. And this foot is going to step through. I'm going to roll over to my left, so you're going to come over this shoulder. So that's all I'm really doing, because he's not expecting it. I'm rolling with. So in a little bit more fluid motion, I just wanted you to know what I was doing. I'm going here. Boom. I get it. He pulls back. He's strong. So we'll work on that next week, because it'll be smoother, but I just wanted you to get exposed to the hand fighting. You and I can do it. I know we can do it, but I just want you to feel comfortable doing it.
And then the other thing that I like about arm drag is the motion for the arm drag. When he defends it, when he turns it into super hard, he's already set himself back up. So we just go back to that snap. Oh, that didn't work.
Yeah.
I got the same thing. I can come back to a couple of 3 things, and that's where you start working in the chain. That's when you start working in. I've got this thing. Oh, that failed, but I've got this other thing right here. Oh, he's standing up really tall. I can hit that.
So I'll set some time, and we'll get some rolls in.
It'll just be roll, but no guard. Try not to. That's I mean, I even collar tie to Russian tie. Is it? Nobody here does it, so yeah. Similar to the throw you just did from the Russian. Russian here. It isn't the exact thing. I'm trying to do good practice to get high up. And Russian yeah, just snap back. Live boy. Well, so the issue with that is that, there's only so many concussions You hear someone's back at their sleep, you just put their feet back here. You go back. This is back to a Christmas muscle. You know. So this is why we're kind of suffering. You just become back. Yeah. You go back. Yeah. Yeah. It's super hard. Yeah. I don't even know what it is, but I'm trying to wait for my head here. And I get it, maybe. But I don't know. That's what I'm trying to do. You know, it's the same fight. Just keep working it. So, yeah, let's talk about it. Right, manager, similar stuff. Do not put your arm out like that. What will happen? Someone will be going energetically, you'll go out, your elbow will just you're not for you. And then you place rattle. You use yourself on down, rattle. Okay. It will pull all your limbs out. You're in control. I don't dance. Okay? Yeah. Not trying to. Not trying to run the thing. Go in. To get to a point where you can take out, so you're like, okay, it's not moving up 15. But put your arms down. Take your arms. In order to keep the line, if you do other keep or What's that? I mean, speaks to that animal. I get it. I thought you got the foot when I go. Oh, I appreciate it. I wasn't going to grab the foot versus trying to guide it over. I appreciate it. I know you're good with it. You know what? No, I appreciate it. I know. And then it's me, I do it. Okay, afterwards, we'll do it.
It's good to have that. It's no warnings. Always that. You're so
That's what I'm really trying to do. I noticed that thing. Yeah, it's that. You know, you're not going to have that kind of and then as you're trying to do the rounds, so what I was trying to help him with that. And I'm working on it as well, because I'm being trapped. That's all I'm really trying to get. So, what's your turn? We can choose. We'll sign here. You just get it here. And then you try to get it. That's right. There. Change that. That was great. Back up. Don't sit there. Up in me. Chin down. Stretch it. That's how you want to scoot up. Stretch your neck first. You want to go to the end of the stand if you can. Before you go. Go. Straight down. Nice. You're progressing right now. Arm dragging out and stay back. I find it too much, but just to give you a chance to figure out what you're doing next. You started circling backwards. No, I Josh countered the. I was talking about where I crossed the neck. Oh. Left leg going. Don't worry about transition for function. Knee and sit, knee to shoulder. One is hip, one is shoulder. Nice and tight. Elbow into his waist. Nice and tight. See how many times you head there? He's not going anywhere. Nice and easy. Now, where are you going to go? We're working on that hand. You said you got to do that. So start working on it. Now, if you're not paying attention to the leg, step over. There you go. Thank you, Doc. Okay. Stop. You said up 4 seconds. Josh would be nice to sit like you. It's my concept flat. It's hard to wrap like I'm running a leg up. Yeah. If my hips are turned, I can't run that leg up. Yeah. So and it's gonna all went over. It's fucking it's slowly, you touch your breath. Just, 1 second. So, you want to hold the stand? Yeah. And you want to pull it towards you, trying to pull it down. Alright. Just hang down. Very good. You were right there, you're right there. That's not how you go. Right. Instead of coming towards you, take it straight down. Because his face, and as I pull him towards me, see how it's nice and wide, his weight can stay between these limbs? But if I push it towards him, now he's going to start stepping back. And literally, the hamstring is right there. Nice. Especially with that range, like I said, with that range, you grab the back range, you can. Oh, yeah. Are you already know what we're okay, that's it's coming. Around here, I just want to say, man, it's so funny. What I'm doing is that's easy. Right? And then if you want to be able to open it, go and see. Beautiful. See, I mean, give me an open there. Damn, there's a lot of fun. Make sure I'm but the difference is, it's okay. It's no solution to it. What about second one? So my friends, designing my friends. And you see, you do left hand pull my elbow up to the sky, bring your knee in. So grab my elbow on tricep, pull it up to the sky, you're pushing. You drop back forward. And bring your left knee in. So now I come back and cross this in my neck. On your shoulders and your face. And look like that for the neck. Now you're going to do a circle attacking this elbow. Put your head up here, so I'm not breathing. Now your right hand can touch my elbow. And now you're going to start working that over. No, I was just waiting. It's like, okay, all right, he's gonna play. Turn it up. Well, we got it. I don't have to say what. Only to, go down and say, hey, stay over here. You know, I'm sitting with I have trouble doing some shit because I got dropped. They teach it, they're just kind of like, maybe you look at shit. I'm going to go here and I'm going to look at this. And so it's 10 week over here.
That's awesome.
Doesn't feel like it. Because you probably get destroyed in open mouth. You're like, oh, 821 times. So you're in there. Is that another? Yeah, it just starts to look like that much.
Yeah. One thing like 10, was it, ABC where it's just 10 inch straight specifically?
It's 7 inch straight and the big max is 25. No points for the first 15.
I'm just exhausted.
I don't care if you're in a situation, who you love, who you do. Alright, but. Pulling forward. Like, you go forward? Yeah. What you like, pull it away. So it went away. That's when you have to step back.
Eight 27.
So you guys grab your 2 weeks. What's up? Hey, do army shit. Aww. Doctor's appointment next Thursday. Oh, shit. Yeah, they cleared me to go to war, but not to sit behind a desk. Fair? Yeah. You're working on anything? I'm a video I came up.
I'm sure you two have better ideas what they work on.
I think about it. I think what we have in the map for last week. Just try to incorporate it in. You might really find it doesn't work for you. Yeah. Well, at least if you throw it with some confidence, you'll get a look to what you want.
Okay.
Because if someone stands up, they'll sort of move a little bit different. But if you're going to someone here, like, you're like, oh shit.
No, it's included in the volume.
I'm not used to that. So, having a lot of tools in your toolbox helps. You don't know when it's going to work, so just drill. That arm that you have because you're reaching your base, you get that in all the way. Especially if you're not expecting to do it, you expect you to come across on the wall. You're like, oh, I'm just going to step back.
Yeah, just weight straight down, grab an ankle, and just kind of lean into them and follow them. Just do it. Just be better. That's what I've been doing the last.
Let me know when you get figured out so I can do.
I figure I got 8, 9 more until I start to feel like I'm doing a little bit. That imposter syndrome for blue belt may wear out at that point.
There's no breakdown in the process. I just sent Michelle a thing I read this morning. I had 50, 40 and over in jiu-jitsu basement. There's a brown belt who's been training for 12 years. Imposter syndrome. I've had my resignation letter ready for 6 months. I've been broken. And even before I got my brown belt, I was going to quit. And it's like 95% to quit. And I'm like, I just sent her that, like, just don't worry about feeling like a monster. We all know that. This guy's been 12 years, you're in 18 months.
You got 2 answers.
Someone?
Make sure you're on 3.
Yeah. Like with him, I tried, with Josh, I tried to, a little sit-ups, sweep, a little high, sweep. Things I was telling him to do. And he had an answer. He's been grappling for 5 years, he's been wrestling for a little bit. You know what I mean? So, it didn't work, I had to readjust. With him, I'm just trying to do a couple of things. Don't get stuck on the bottom, don't get stuck on the bottom. Don't get my knees caught, my knees get caught. He's crossed out, he's controlling this, he's flipping around here with Canada, so he's actually controlling my legs, so throw him out. So, there's all these things I know, I'm trying to learn. It doesn't mean I suck, he's just proficient, I gotta work better. For me.
And that's why, after I do something with them, like, how did that? Oh, you compromise so big. No, it's an easy thing. Oh, yeah, okay. So then the next time, it's a girl that we have.
Because we don't get this to the rules.
Instant replay.
They open the map and the camera wants us to shut the fuck up, which I get.
Yeah.
And see how it's not what? You get what you get.
But no, in my opinion, in the moment correction is which fuck up right? Yeah.
So go check right now. If you want to stay on 2 or remember, and you're going to put in on how to give you a good detail on how to write it on.
You're fine. That's 2 points for takedown. If this is a competition match, right now you're winning. So, now we need to get our boxer and base down. And you can keep your arms back. Chin up, chin up. Start picking up. You don't have to look at his fingers, you know where they are. There we go. Chin up, what are you doing? Hands on the hips, hands on the hips. Keep him down. Think about where you're going to go. There you go, he's open. Now what are we doing? Push out that leg. Leg. Back up. Keep going, back away. Hands on the hips, back away. There we go. Elbow in tight. Knees in tight. Now, settle. Get nice and settled there. Congratulations, you just got 3 points. 2 points, 2 points right there. Right. You have to move there, make it hold it. So, where do we go from here? You got an arm to attack, you got head to attack, you get hands to mouth, a lot of things you can do. This is where you start thinking, well, his knees up, so you're probably not going to do that. Yeah. So let's stop cross facing him. Pull that hand out from behind his head, and put your elbow to the other side of his hand and push it. Push it. There you go. Now that arm is up. Imagine this time now. So, something I want to point out is if I've got, when I'm trying to do takedowns, If I'm trying to do a double leg from here, here's the distance that I'm going. And I like it's like a little bit.
There's no moment you're on your knees. I step back because I didn't even run. So that's what it's
All hands, if you're trying to lift, even a single, I can get this far, but he's not off balance. If I get to my knees, if I get this, I need to come up. I have to have power behind. I lose all of the strength of my quadriceps, but I didn't on my knees. Well, that's it. Move the butt back and all. But the biggest muscles in my body can't help me when I'm right here.
So you get cut off so it's not hit from your knees. There's just that power. Your power comes from your all your foot. That's what you're saying. So that's what you're saying. If you got one foot up, you get two. If you got one foot up, you can start elevating your knees.
If I'm here, I've got one set, and then you just get here.
There's that whole, that whole pit that I'm showing.
Also, you're coming in power class, and I like that you're strong, right? But what does this take away from me? That, but no, not even that. Like, you got that over. Felt that back. You can't even my body.
Your arms are longer than that. Do yourself a thumb lock.
It's literally open hand here. And now like all the way around the beat comes inside. If he takes one side away, it turns to that side. And he's so far away from people. Everything else for you, all of your stuff and stuff, he's fighting to come inside. Great, yeah, all day. It just instead of being in real tight here where he's got tools also, I just took away half.
I don't say anything.
Because that's how you should be trying to do power side. Yeah. And all I do is I thumb off the way. And then you're like, and see your tries.
What's up? I'm picking your brain.
Yeah. You know, as he waxes off,
He's just really, he's just. There's a hand like that.
so it's just a thumb lock. There's a ton of information online about it, a lot of some. But that will get you, that gets you using your tools and then not using theirs.
Honestly, this is my favorite type of class. We actually did roll for all and they stop in between. Because I feel like in a normal class, when you roll, this is rolling. Right. Like I get done, I just got cream and I'm not gonna lie. This is like,
Yeah, this
roll.
is
My first 4 years in business.
You suck. I agree.
You know how to show.
Yes.
I've been here for 6 months.
We got it. Those kind of things are going to work well with these people. And then once you're more proficient, the reason I color tie with Mike is because I want to play the game. If I thumb lock and I'm just standing outside, then you can't do anything. I have to go in versus so in here, yeah, if you like doing the collar fight, it's fun for you. But just know that if somebody's giving you a lot of trouble there, just fucking take me downhill. Josh. Especially Josh. Thumb lock. Put a thumb lock on there, make him address the thumb lock, and then as he's addressing the thumb lock, look for, like Scott says, watch the patterns. If every time I thumb lock, he waxes off, and I put another thumb lock on, another thumb lock on, another thumb lock on, and I just take advantage of it. He waxes off.
We get an incremental.
Oh, this worked. Yeah, it worked. It's not working. It works. Oh, shit.
Cool.
Okay.
Alright, good.
I try to play music, but I can never figure out how that thing works. And I can't connect mine to the speakers anymore.